I'm kind of running out of time for today. Where's Coach? You want to practice that or do the talking?
Let's just do a talk.
All right, so since I got you here, let's go to the talk. So I've been talking to you the whole time here. You guys are all tough up here, up in the middle of nowhere. These are really tough up in this area. I grew up on a farm. Well, a hobby farm, not like a real farm, but I did work with cows, more like the cows worked for me because I was scared as crap of them. I got over it eventually. Yeah, it's like that one day, the cow chased me out of the pen, and my dad put me back in the pen for an hour. That was a scary day. So I jumped on the nurse river and got in there and just waited it out. So I was all cool. But anyway, guys, wrestling is not that hard. It's simple. The little things make a big difference, all right? The little moves, how you put your hand, how you finish the single leg. You've got to pay attention to the little things in wrestling. But ultimately, the little things will help you win the match. But the one thing, and from Coach Earl here, Earl Harris, one thing I learned from him, and one thing I had to discover for myself, that it does not matter how good you are. It does not matter how hard you have trained. What matters at the end of the tournament, or at the beginning of the tournament, is who shows up. You just gotta show up and give it your best. And you gotta do everything right. Now, doing everything right up to that point will help you be the person training hard, this and that, doing all that good stuff. Could tell you too. But the key is you have to show up. All right? You have to show up, and then as Nike,
Just do it.
just do it. All right? No excuses. It doesn't matter if you only have one leg. It doesn't matter if you have one arm. Like I said at the beginning, I won a national title with one arm. All right, 4 months later, there's no one else to put me in. I had to figure out a way to win. I separated my AC joint to the 3rd degree, probably 4th to 5th degree. I couldn't use my arm. Still can't use my arm fully. So I had to learn to wrestle with one arm. What moves could I do? So when I took a shot, I couldn't do a regular double leg shot. I had to shoot a double leg like this. Swing my arm around. Lock kick is down. 2 arms is stronger than 1 arm. You got to adapt. Use what you have, figure what you're good at, and do it. Just do it. Don't make any excuses for yourself. Don't make excuses. I don't have the best coaching. I don't have the best staff. I don't have the best this. I don't have the right shoes. None of that really matters. When it comes down to wrestling and it comes down in a match, you just got to be 1 point ahead at the end of that 6 or 7 minutes for college guys. You just got to be 1 point ahead. Anything else outside of that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter that he's a 3-time state champ. It doesn't matter that, this is your first match. You just gotta be 1 point ahead. It's just a game. And if you win or if you lose, it doesn't really matter either. All right, but winning's a lot way better than losing. But, yeah, winning's a lot more fun. People are gonna still like you, win or lose. You're still gonna have friends, win or lose. So you don't need to put that pressure on yourself because it's just a match. The sun's going to come up the next day. You're going to be okay. But what you're not going to be okay with the next day is if you go out there and you come back off the mat and you say to yourself, man, I am way better than that. I am so much better than this. That's what you can't live with. If I'd only done this, if I'd only done that. I still kick myself in the butt every day knowing the reason I lost the national title is because outside of everything else that was going on, if I had practiced the correct defense, I would have probably won the match. And one of the reasons is because I didn't practice the correct defense for the position I ended up in, which I did the whole year before and I did the whole year afterwards. But for that year, I didn't follow through with some of my drilling. I wasn't able to do it when it counted in that match. And so even though I may think myself as a better wrestler, or I may have been a better wrestler, that one match, I wasn't able to do it because I didn't follow through. I didn't give it my best. I didn't give it my 100% focus. Wrestling is just a game. You gotta be focused. It's not about who's the best wrestler. You just gotta be a few points ahead at the end of the match. And that's the goal. You learn throughout the whole year what you are good at, and you make that better. You learn at what you're bad at, and you make it okay. You make it somewhat good. You get better, a little bit better at things that you're really bad at. You know, some of your defenses, like how does that guy take you down? Well, I'm not defending this guy. But you focus also on the things that you're really good at, and that's how you win matches. Wrestling is very simple. Small things win matches. Small points added up make big points. It's not going to be one move that wins the match for you. It's a bunch of little things that's going to win the match for you. But you have to practice all of it. You have to learn all of it. And a lot of this, beginning today before these last throws, all that stuff I taught you is a bunch of little things that's going to help you guys win those big matches when it comes down to it. But I can't do it for you. Coach can't do it for you. You guys have to spend the time to practice and do it with focus, do it with 100%, hustle in, hustle out. Coaches and people who've been around me, they always said, I was never the most talented wrestler. I was never the most strongest wrestler. But the one thing that really is the key to my success, and anybody can do it, is I kept showing up. I kept coming back. I kept getting back up and saying, let's do it one more time. Let's go one more time. Let's do one more takedown. Let's learn one more move. All right, that's the key, guys. More than anything else, keep showing up. And then this goes into some of you high school guys who think about going to college. College is not hard. Going through schoolwork is not hard. It's just like wrestling. You have to show up. You have to show up. That's all you got to do. You show up, you put in effort that you know is effort, you stay focused the whole time, just like in practice. And that's the key. That's the key to getting to college. You get a good job, or you graduate college, or you go from high school and you get a job in the real world. Showing up is important. Showing up, hustling in and out, and making it a point that when you're on that job, or when you're in that practice, that you're trying the best of your ability to stay focused and learn as much as you can. That's the key. And that's what really wrestling teaches you. How to, as I call it, eat the crossface. Because sometimes there's a lot of things that are fun. Doing homework isn't fun. Listening to a boring teacher isn't fun. Listening to a boring clinician isn't fun. So how do I eat the crossface? Get smashed in the face. How do you get that double leg takedown? That's where it comes from. You eat the crossface. You've got to pull through. You got to push through the things that are uncomfortable, the things that aren't pleasant. Because if you keep running your feet, you eventually will get the takedown. And that's life. It starts here in wrestling. Eating the crossface. Staying focused. You keep showing up. You keep going one more time. And you will be successful. No matter what you choose to do. No matter what you choose to do. You will be successful. Just keep that in mind. That's all I got, Coach.
Pretty good, guys. Give him a hand.